What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay, and I got to get these videos out to y'all, and this is by any means necessary. So I am cruising around in my 6'4", it ain't a 6'4", y'all, in DC. So let's just get into this Sistas season 4, episode 7, shall we? All right, y'all. So this episode of Sistas was real dry. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I feel like they're like really dragging this whole situation out, and it's just very super annoying to me. Okay, so we're gonna talk about it. So the episode starts out with Andy walking into her apartment, and it is totally empty. Okay, so she's like, "Where's all my stuff?" And then she calls the doorman. So I'm like, why would the doorman know where your shit is? Like, I don't understand this whole process with her. But anyway, the doorman was supposed to tell her where her shit is, and he did. So he said, "Oh, you bought the penthouse, remember? You don't remember? Congratulations." And all this, that, and the third. And she was like, if somebody says I did, when it comes to a purchase of a penthouse in this building, that would be a red flag for me. And I would think that there is some type of fraud going on here. And secondly, nobody can buy a whole house or a piece of property and put it in your freaking name without you signing off on it or whatever the case may be. Because if that's the case, it'd be a lot of people around here committing even more fraud than they already are. So this whole situation was just very silly. Okay. So anyway, moving right along, he tells her, well, you're going to have to reach out to the building manager, and you bought a $3 million penthouse, and the building manager is going to have to help you figure this out. I mean, get it all squared away. So anyway, Gary ends up coming to the apartment because he's the one that pretty much did all of this. And she's like, "What did you do?" And "I want my stuff back. Get my stuff back in my apartment." I'm like, oh my God, where's Karen and the girls so y'all can talk about this pregnancy? Because this right here is just wasting my damn time. Okay. So moving right along, Gary says, "Okay, I thought you'd like this because you like surprises and all this." So they go back and forth saying, "I know, yeah, I know, and okay." All of that, the Tyler Perry script full of "I know" and "okay, yeah, I know that." That's all they say in these scripts. So anyway, moving right along, they go into Gary buying the place and all this, that, and the third, and she's like, she acting like she don't want it. He's like, "You haven't even seen it. Go see it." She's like, "I don't want to see it." So whatever. He ends up leaving and saying that he's going to get her stuff back into her place. Okay. So moving right along, as he's talking to her, the girls walk in. So he's like, "Come on, let's just go talk." "Gary, what the hell are y'all talking about? And the girls are here. Like, y'all not gonna have no privacy. Ain't no shit in here. Y'all voice is about to echo if y'all go in the bedroom. Like, I don't understand what's this whole episode was just stupid to me. Anyway, so the girls are there, and she tells them, "Yeah, Gary." Gary leaves, and she's like, "Yeah, Gary bought me the penthouse. Yeah, all my stuff is in the penthouse." Like, and they're like, "Well, have you seen it?" And she's like, "No, I don't want to see it. I just want my stuff back into my apartment that I bought." So of course, Danny and Sabrina like, "Well, hell, I mean, we here. Like, let's go see it." So they end up going upstairs to see the penthouse or whatever. So while they're upstairs exploring the penthouse, Karen is still down there hating. So she's talking to Andy, and she's like, "You better not take them back. You better not call them." Her same lines whenever she's talking to Andy. So she's like, "This is just a way for him to continue to control you. He might have some cameras in there for all you know, and all this, that, and the third." I'm like, Karen, okay, listen, I get it. Gary is trash. Nobody likes Gary. I don't even know why Tyler Perry continues to write Gary into this story. So it is what it is at this point. Like, if Andy is going to take him back, she's going to take him back, and that's just what it's going to be. Okay. So she's like, whatever. I just hope you don't end up messing with him. So Andy's like, I'm not going to take him back. You don't have to keep on saying that to me, and I'm not going to keep the penthouse. So they go back and forth, and she's like, well, Andy's like, well, are you going to tell us what's going on, or whatever the case may be? And of course, Karen is still being oblivious. She's like, I'm just going to wait till everybody gets here. You know what? Can you call Fatima and make sure she's coming? And Andy is like, come on, Karen. Like, what is she coming for? Like, seriously. So she's like, come on, this has to do with her. I really need her here. So Andy calls Fatima. And Fatima says, of course I'll come, or whatever. I'll be there. So, and she's like, no, she tells Fatima, she's like, yeah, so Karen is the one that wants you to come. And she said it has to do with you. So you have to be here. And Fatima's like, gotta do with me. She's like, okay, let me talk to Zach first and I'll let you know. So Fatima gets off the phone. She talks to Zach and she's like, yeah, it must be probably her. Basically says, Karen is about to tell the girls that she's pregnant and she wants me to be there. And he's like, why does she want you to be there? And she's like, I don't know. Maybe she's trying to make this an easy co-parenting situation. She knows that we're together and I'm going to be around the kid. Who knows what it is? Like, she wants me to be there. And Zach is like, hell no, you don't need to be there. And she's like, you know what, Zach? Like, I'm going to just go see what she wants to. Do you think I should go? And he's like, well, you know what? If you want to go, you go right ahead and go. Like, I support you going. And then he's like, yeah, and by the way, she came over here. And all of a sudden, Fatima just blacks out. I'm like, okay, Fatima, hello, what's going on here? So then Fatima is like, okay, so what was said? What happened? Why the hell was she over here? So he tells her that the woman, that Karen kind of kept giving him the heads up about the chick that had kept coming to her shop, trying to figure out what's going on with Zach. So Fatima's like, yeah, I'm gonna need to go get that information up out of her because I don't know why somebody coming to her shop asking about you. We need to figure this out. So Fatima's like, yeah, let me go ahead and change my clothes real quick. And Zach's like, you look good. Why you gonna change your clothes? She was like, just in case they try to jump me or whatever. And he was like, they not gonna jump you. Just go ahead. She was like, nah, son. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready for this. If you got to stay ready, you got to get ready and stay ready. Okay. So anyway, she goes to change her clothes, I guess, so she can go over there. And they're a united front in this process of her going over to Andy's house to talk to Karen. So back at the penthouse, Sabrina and Danny have gone upstairs. And as they're going up to the penthouse, Danny is in there and she's like, in the penthouse. First of all, let's go back to how they got to the penthouse. Andy tells them to get on the elevator and press P, child. First of all, how is anybody able to just get in your penthouse? You ain't got no keys. You ain't got no key card. You don't got nothing. So anybody can just roll up in this penthouse because the elevator goes straight into the penthouse. So, Tyler, I'm gonna need you to make this more realistic. This is just ridiculous and borderline crazy. Okay. So moving right along, as they're ascending up to the top to the penthouse, child, Danny is like, yeah, it's Logan calling me or whatever. I think whatever his damn name is, the guy from the airport. Yeah, I stood him up. And Sabrina's like, well, why'd you do that? And she's like, I don't want to talk about it. First of all, Danny, you stood him up because you want to be with Cowboy. So whatever. And you was hanging out with your friends. Why would you even say that you were going to go out with him? You should have told him that you were hanging out with your friends. Moving right along, Danny is annoying me just like her and Karen. So they get up to the penthouse. Her and Sabrina walk around and they're like, oh my God. And then it's this big ass damn Foxy Brown looking ass picture on the wall of Andy. I'm like, oh gosh. So they end up taking some cognac out of there after they done went around the penthouse and explored it. And they go downstairs to tell them, y'all got to come up here and see this penthouse. Like, y'all need to go upstairs. Seriously. So as they're trying to coax them into going up to the penthouse, there's a scene which was very irrelevant with all the guys. So Zach, Aaron, Scary Gary, and Jake from State Farm is playing basketball or whatever. So Aaron is like, so Zach made a comment about Karen still wanting him, and Aaron saying, "Oh, she left you too," and all this, that, and the third. And Zach is like, Karen still want him. They going back and forth about Karen, like anybody, like Zach give a damn about Karen, because he really don't. So Zach was getting ready to get set to throw the hands with Aaron, and then Gary kind of pulls him away and says, hold on. We don't need to be doing that. So let's just go ahead and end this basketball game right here, because it's some shit about to go to him that don't need to happen here. So anyway, Gary is like, oh, so you know Fatima? Because throughout their whole exchange, it came out that Zach knows that him and Fatima are together or whatever. So Gary's like, you know Fatima? Can you have her talk to Andy for me? First of all, Gary, what makes you think that if Zach tells Fatima to talk to Andy, that it's guaranteed that she gonna get back with you? What? I just unfucking believable. So I don't know what's going. Again, drag out scenes going on here, as you can tell. So anyway, Zach's like, oh yeah, so Gary's like, yeah, I know you have some issues with those people that keep coming by pertaining to how you got your money, right? I can make all that go away if you help me get back with Andy. First of all, that is so unrealistic and stupid. Like, all it takes is for Zach to go to Andy and be like, yeah, Gary, a real good dude. You need to go ahead and be with him. And then that's just going to miraculously happen. And Zach, I'm glad that there was some realism. Zach was like, what makes you think anything that I say to her is just going to make her just get back with you? Like, first of all, I don't give a damn about your relationship. And second of all, and third of all, you a grimy dude, because if you know that there's something going on and you can help me, why not just help me? Why you got to have some contingencies on how you help me? Like, that's crazy. He was like, you know what? F out of here. I ain't got time to be dealing with you and your crap. I gotta go. F all y'all. How about that? So Zach ends up leaving. So then we get back to the last scene where the ladies end up going up to the penthouse. So everybody is in the penthouse. Andy is, of course, wowed by the whole place. And she's like, oh my God, everything that I ever told him, he just listened to me. And I'm like, well, Andy, how about the times you told him to stop cheating on you? How about the time when you told him, please stop squeezing me until my ribs crack? How about the time that you told him to stop lying to you? Did he remember to do that? I'm just saying. You seem to keep on thinking about all the good shit that this man has done, and you're so materialistic that all this stuff that he's buying you is glazing over your eyes of his foolishness. I just don't understand. Like, it's very crazy to me. So moving right along, she's, so enamored by this place. And it's like, no, I just want my place back. I'm not gonna keep it. Blah blah blah. So then they all passing around drinks, and once again, Karen is saying she don't want to drink. First of all, mind you, if any of my friends notice me not drinking one time, they can be like, bitch, you pregnant. Why you ain't drinking? What's going on? Because you be the first one to take a shot. Why are you not drinking? And Karen is the first one to be drinking. So the fact that y'all just assumed that it was the preacher and she ain't even really been talking about Sir, like, y'all had to know she was pregnant. So she says, I'm not drinking because I'm pregnant. I'm like, Lord have mercy. We done waited a whole hour in an episode for her to say she show that she pregnant. Everything she show. I'm show. I'm show. I'm Karen and I'm show. Yeah, okay, Karen. You ain't show. Go to the damn doctor. And even Zach, he's delusional too. When him and Aaron were having that back and forth, he's like, yes, definitely my baby. Zach, did you drop the kids off at the did you leave a load in there? Because I don't think y'all was screwing long enough for her to have gotten pregnant. Yes, pre-cum is a thing. But her and Aaron screwed 3 times to y'all one. And let's not forget the one night stand that Karen had in between those two. Y'all forgot about that, sir. Okay? It's probably his baby. But anyway, y'all, this week's episode pissed me off. So it was just a literal waste of our time, because I'm like, Tyler, get on with it. Whose baby is this? got time for you and your shenanigans, sir. This is a waste of an hour of my life. Okay? Get to it. We ain't got time for this. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that watches this show as well. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.